Hello, hello, everyone. This is your boy Mackie here. It is the first day of September, everybody. So, summer is nearly over. The kids are going back to school, all that stuff, yada, yada, yada. College football is back, yada, 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 all that kind of stuff. So, listen, I have a few things to talk about. It might take about like 10 minutes, it might take about 30 minutes, but let's see how far I can go with my talking and all those kind of things. So let me just do this. So, first of all, LeTigress is gone. She's no longer here. She is out of the LCS, which for part of the community, it feels like rejoicing, popping the champagne and all this kind of stuff. Like, we do not want to hear her screeching on the casted decks evermore, but I just feel like that is kind of wrong. I feel like the LCS and probably Riot Games as usual kind of misuse her in the sense of she is a great, interviewer, a great desk host, and all those kind of stuff. But trying to be a caster is kind of feels like trying to put a square in a round hole. It did not work. It drive a community to a wedge about her. And look, she is a hardworking person. She even loses a lot of weight, of course, by my her standards. She is a hard worker, of course, but it just feels like that. Consider the cost, of course, with of course a lot of people, and consider like a lot of commentators don't get a lot of pay, and of course it kind of feels like she was the odd one out, and part of me feels a little bit sad because listen, I'm going to be brutally honest, and this is gonna be the one time I'm gonna use the race card. She's the only black representative of probably like the entirety of like the four major regions, with Jamada being the other one. And part of me just feels like there's a lack of diversity around like the LEC, around like League of Legends casting and all the productions and all that kind of stuff, which is okay, but it just feels like by cutting her off, it just feels like the lack of diversity is not there. I mean, League of Legends, you have like more black champions in your team than you have like black casters and analysts and all that kind of stuff. So, okay, race card is over, throw it away. So yeah, that is also one big part. So now like there'll be casters are gonna be still be there, there'll be casters gonna be out. And that's gonna be like a huge issue with the LCS. Like a lot of personalities are gone. Dash is gone right now. He's not coming back, guys. He already did his bid. He already did his job, and now he's gone. Which part of me can kind of me feel sad because he was a stunning dude. He was a really stunning dude. No, something. He was a really good dude. He done a lot of hosting. He done a lot of stuff. So to see him being blue balled and not, getting the proper send off that he do, it kind of feels sad for me as well. But oh no, Akeem, that is not the kicker, ladies and gentlemen. That is not the thing that lits on fire. That the Gabby news is kind of like the the gasoline being poured in and all that kind of stuff. The one that really lit on fire is the whole America's thing. So they were having a little press conference, of course. They were Travis Gafford asking questions. Travis Gafford, an interviewer. I seen like Richard Lewis do stuff for less. Anyways, he was asking the question. There were people asking questions, and there was a guy who's like the head of Americas, of course, around these things. So here you got your Naz and your John Neiman over there. You got your two guys, and you got your LCS and everybody else, and then you got your regional thing. I just don't know. Hierarchy is just crap these days. So you got those people, and then one of the persons, does the America's representative, tell them that we want to make the LCS bigger, make like LCK. What in the hell have you smoked? Or what the hell have you vaped in the last couple of days? Because that is just so dumb. It is the highest level of dumb here. It is the echelon of dumbness here. First of all, look, here's the thing. As boring as the last LCK finals was between Gen.G and T1, which is like the fourth time they've worked in finals in the last year or two, it is the highest ever, most viewed game ever in peak viewership. It is the highest ever peak viewership game. Yours cannot even come close. In fact, I look at the esports charts ratings. It's kind of like I don't know, 7 times more than your peak viewership ratings in the LCS summer. So don't even tell me by viewership alone that you cannot be the LCK. Second, the LCK have a legacy. It has the greatest player of all time being there. It has storylines. It has Casper Jun. It has like a legacy. It has OGN. It has great production. It has all these great storylines. It has good gameplay sometimes. Yes, I may say the LCK kind of weak this year, but listen, I would rather take all of LCK mids over all your LCS mids. Let me just look at the LCS mids you have. Oh my god, MNS, worthless. Palafox, you're fine. APA, okay. Gory, I guess. He's fine, but let's look at the LCK mid laners. Ooh, Faker. Ooh, big scary. I know he's not the same kind of guy, man, but ooh, Faker, big scary. Chovy, ooh, woo, damn scary. BDD, calm down, man. Okay, Showmaker. Yeah, this is not even a close argument, okay? This is not even a close. The skill and the gap between these two is as bigger than my teeth right now. It is bigger than all your Grand Canyons. It is bigger than like Manchester City's wedge bill. In fact, they even bought Matthew Nunes on that transfer day for no reason. Absolutely no reason, because they wanted to do what they wanted to do. So don't even tell me that you're trying to become the LCK. In fact, you can't even bring Korean Americans into the LCS. They can't even try. You are relying on data. You know, here's a little story. Have anybody watched Moneyball with Brad Pitt and all that kind of stuff with Jonah Hill? You all done this, okay? So they have to rely on data. Of course, they have to rely on numbers and data to try to compensate for the players they lost, like Giambi and all the kind of stuff. And for that one, it was skeptical, all these kind of things and all of this stuff. But then, of course, they went on a massive streak. They were dominated baseball. They were the faces of baseball and all kind of stuff. You know what happened in the playoffs? They lost to the Twins. And then they lose and they lose and lose a couple of times. And now the Oakland A's are probably going to go to Las Vegas. You've been relying on the data for so long, it got you right where you wanted. To nowhere, literally nowhere. So the fact you guys are relying on data to trying to drive viewership. Look, guys, here's the thing. The LCS isn't a down spiral. I already made a video like last year talking about how bad the LCS is right now. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? I am going to drink the biggest Chardonnay I'm going to drink because, man, that thing is aged like fine wine. You guys are so delusional. Absolutely delusional. Like, your product is not even watchable. I watched one game of LPL. Okay, here's the thing. All my people who subscribe, all the people, if all you people subscribe, or all the people are watching right now, go watch BLG versus JDG first week of spring. The first week of spring. Tell me that those 3 games are more entertaining than any LCS game you have this year. My camera's gone down. Tell me if all of these games from the LPL are more entertaining than the LCS. In terms of skill, in terms of gap, in terms of names alone. Yes, China has their problems, of course. They have the governmental, all this, but listen, I would rather watch the LPL than watching the LCS. I would watch the LPL win the whole thing than the LCS. I would rather watch, Zhao Hu dominate MNS than rather watch this. It's just embarrassing. Dude, have you not looked at the rule? Have you not seen the problems that the LCS is coming for? You don't have Scar anymore. You don't have Bjergsen. You don't have I Will Dominate anymore. In fact, I Will Dominate is the literal pulley to carry your LCS from a dying corpse for the last several years. You didn't thank him for that? In fact, here's the thing. Listen, why have you not paid casters, to co-stream on days off? Why? Like, you are hand-capping these casters to not make them do whatever they want. Listen, they're not gods, everybody. They're just human beings. They're just human beings who wanted to live a life, who just doing something. All right? You see Shocks like doing LEC and then CSGO with one of those do 2 days. Okay, but she never done like co-streaming and all that stuff for other games. You want Captain Fly? You wanted to make Captain Flower saying that this region sucks, okay? This region is already bad enough. Okay, let Captain Flower say what he wants about the region. If he swears some F-bombs, that'll be great for your product, but you can't do that. You already handicap everybody, including Casual, of course. You already done that. So, this thing right now, it's just bad. It's bad for, like, everybody here. It is a bad look for you guys. Your product right now is not good enough to even compete with the LEC in terms of entertainment, or the LPL, or the LCK in terms of legacy and skills and all that kind of stuff. So, what are you going to do? I tell you what you're gonna do. You're gonna do what the Oakland A's does and push the LCS out of California and into Vegas, into Texas, into Chicago, into Miami, into New York, into all the places that has cheaper products. But my God, it'll be better for you guys. It'll be way better for you guys. Oh, okay. Here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. You know, one thing is saying, but we don't have an academy. We don't care a damn about, your your development and all that stuff. Okay, so here's the thing. The Sky's Toast. Anybody knows the Sky's Toast, right? Anybody know this guy's words? Everybody knows this guy's words. I kind of know him, of course. Anybody know this guy's words? He has his team, right? He has his team. His team went on to win NA Challengers, like the secondary to the LCS and all kind of stuff. Guess what I saw in Wikipedia yesterday? His entire team got released. Yeah, his entire team got released. For what reason? I don't know. But it just shows you that nobody gives a damn about the academy anymore. Nobody gives a damn about your influencers. Oh yes, the influencers going to save the LCS or something. It's dead! It doesn't need to be saved. It's dead already. You know what the worst part about it? Valorant is now taking over. Alright, Valorant is your bitch now. Valorant is your bitch now because nobody's playing League of Legends anymore. 10, 11, 12-year-olds it's not gonna play League of Legends. While Korea's gonna have like the next Pez or the next Gumi Yushi's gonna take over and make the League of Legends better. You don't have anymore. Valorant is taking over right now. In fact, Evil Geniuses have won a world championship. Alright, Evil Geniuses, the team that nobody was supposed to be along. The one that has, puppets of controlling Danny and make him sick and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, that Evil Geniuses. Potter is a champion, for God's sakes. Potter is a champion. And she's a female coach. Are you kidding me? This is the same company that mistreated women, for God's sakes. Oh my God, you're so delusional. You are absolutely delusional, man. Valorant is the most popular game right now in America. Not you. And the worst part about it is that the American teams are not the most popular. It's Brazilians. It's Brazilians. And you look at Immortals right now, a team that has been owned by Brazil, they suck gigantic ass. They suck really bad ass. Okay? You could have just asked Immortals to just sell your spot and give MIBR the spot and feel like Brazilians and all kind of stuff. But nope, you can't do that. You just want to let Immortals die a happy death. Well, they can't just do that, alright? I'm just sorry. I just can't do that, okay? You just let Immortals die a happy death. You look at the numbers from esports charts, the VCT Americans have more numbers than you. The VCT champions have more numbers than you. It's just horrible. It's just sad, okay? This is just the camel that's broke the straw's back. This is like the literal straw's back. And here's the thing, everybody. Why are fans going to the LCS? Why? What's the reason you're going to the LCS? For what? He's watching Double Lift actually being old or something? He's not there anymore. He's got more talk than even Bite, of course. Bjergsen is gone. None of your legendary players are gone. None of your legendary teams are there. TSM are gone. CLG has been replaced by the team that will win the LCS in NRG. You got no legacy left. What's your legacy? Cloud9? Team Liquid? 100 Thieves? That's not your legacy? Jesus Christ! G2's gonna walk all over this region if they come in next year. In fact, I will tell you what. G2 will sell their LEC spot, go to the LCS, and I can tell you, they will be like 30% responsible for the viewership. 30%! I can bet you $1 right now they might do that. In fact, I will tell you, I want the LCS to merge with the CBLOL, to merge with the LLA, to merge with the LEC, to make it one super league, like the football equivalent of that, and it's like, let's see, work together, develop and all of this stuff, work together instead of just combating each other and talk about how bad it is. How about you guys merge, okay? Work together, see if you can develop and all this kind of stuff so you can beat the East, so you can beat Faker, so you can beat all these people, and then you may have a good product or something. But you cannot do that. Oh no, your greed and your VC money is going to drag this region down to the depths of hell. And you already do that. It's already in a downward spiral, man. It's already in a downward spiral, man, as it is. So, what's the point? What's the point? Nobody's watching the LCS anymore. Nobody's giving a damn. The only thing that's keeping the LCS alive is the co-streamers. And even then, they're bored about it. They talk about how bad the LCS is in terms of plays and all that kind of stuff. Oh my goodness. You want the LCS to be the LCK? How about you don't become the LCS. That's permanent. You don't have if you don't want to be if your product don't want to do that, just don't be the LCS. You don't have the sponsors anymore. You don't have the people supporting. You don't have the legendary players. You don't have anything anymore. You don't have nothing. You don't have nothing. It's over. Just give it up. Just give up the LCS right now. Give it to another region and just be fine with it. But you all wanted to give the LCS alive. For what reason? For what reason? Like, Jesus Christ. Oh my goodness, for what? I mean, you lost in all the casters, you lost all like hope of all the people, you lost all the competition. This is not a competition anymore, alright? This is not a trying to win worlds kind of thing. This is like a desperation right now by people who cannot even responsible for it. They have no responsibility for what's actually. They have no responsibility for what is happening to a Diet League. They have no responsibility right now. Okay, this is kind of like the Cleveland Browns level behavior. In fact, Cleveland Browns can run a better organization than you. John Monahan can run a better organization than you. Roger Goodell could run the LCS better than you. I have 50 names that can make the LCS better than you. I can run the LCS better than you. I know about the LCS. I don't have to know everybody about the players, but I know about the legacy. I know about the games. I know what it feels like to be successful. I'm from the North Americas. I'm closer to North America than anybody else. I know these kind of stuff. I can make the LCS better than you. If I have ideas, I can make the LCS better than you. I will keep the idea of having players in there, but of course, change the format just a bit. Make it an open circuit kind of stuff. Make the amateur players compete with the big names, of course. They might fail, but at least you'll have a better product or something. But nope, it's beyond saving. It's like a dead person on CPR or something. It's at the tubes in their mouth. It's at the nose with the tubes and all the other stuff. It's beyond dead, alright? You cannot save it. The only thing you have to do is to just grab the plug. Sorry about the camera. Grab the plug, and just plug it out. Alright, just do that. Okay, you can just do that right now. Just save the misery kind of stuff. That's gonna be where it is right now. It's on dead. It's on dead road right now. It is on dead road right now. It is on its last legs. It is literally on its last leg. I already said my piece last year, and now it's coming to fruition, okay? You will flame me all you want. You're trying to protect the LCS all you want. But guys, I want you guys to cut your skull out, or just go to a doctor, cut your skull out, try to find a little LCS that you have in your brain, take it out, and then replace it to an LPL or something. And then your brain will get better. And in fact, you get smarter. You learn something about it, okay? I mean, what's the point of having a new game? They have a new champion right now. Probably have a new champion. They have a new champion for the next 5 or 6 years, and then it'll be in a new game, and then nobody will cares about it. We don't see the skills. I mean, listen, North America is a bigger, in terms of size and everything, like Korea, and even Korea has more. Korea has to have more good players than like the LCS. Like, you're Riot Games. You're from North America. You can't even develop your North American people when you have. Even the high school level is screwed. So man, what is going on? TFT have a world champion from North America. He may be Indian, but he's North American. Soju is more popular than the LCS. Becca is more popular than the LCS. Milk is more popular than the LCS. Kiyun is more popular than the LCS. It's the end game, everybody. Mordog is more popular than the LCS. Froden is more popular. Esports Law is more popular. It's over. It is Jover for everybody. Nobody wants the LCS commissioner, and even they want to take the LCS commissioner. Nobody has responsibility for taking the bad rap of the LCS. Nobody's taking responsibility. Like, we just like blind people like holding the sticks and saying, oh yeah, this is the LCS right there. Oh wait, this is the LCS. Oh wait, this is LCS. Nobody's taking responsibility. It makes me sad right now. It makes me absolutely sad. But you know what? Nobody cares. Nobody cares about the LCS, and we're all better off for it. That's all I'm gonna say, okay? That's literally all I'm gonna say. Nobody cares about the LCS, and we're gonna let the LCS die. So be it. We're gonna carry the we're gonna drive our cars, carry the dead LCS body right there, and just leave it to the street, okay? Just leave it to the wolves or the snakes or like the rats or something. Just leave it there, okay? Just leave it there. Nobody cares about it. We drive out and leave and go to get McDonald's or something, okay? Yeah, that's gonna be it. We're gonna be like singing Kumbaya or something. We're gonna be like, nobody cares about the LCS. The LCS is dead. Anybody just go have your day or something. Now let's talk about the LEC. I'm gonna just wipe myself off right now. So the LEC, guys, I'm gonna say something about the LEC right now that nobody wants to hear. But here's the thing: G2 is literally carrying this league, and I'm saying this as a fact. When G2 are literally the only good team in your league, you know this is a bad sign. This is literally a bad sign for you guys. And even G2 are not performing well. Now, yes, I know this is early playoffs and all kind of stuff, but listen, it is not looking good for the LEC at Worlds. It is not really looking good. In fact, you're going to bring Wonder back into it, and then Wonder might qualify his team to Worlds. While Oscar is going to be like left with a broken hand and all the broken dreams that he has. And for what? Because Wonder is not even a free agent. Like what? Like what? This is like the second time it's going to, you know, the substitution rule is going to manipulate the rules so that a team can go to Worlds for no apparent reason. Like what? Are you kidding me? And even look, and even with a broken hand, my God, the Fnatic SK game makes me want to puke. Puke, I tell you. It is so goddamn awful that I will watch every single JDG BLG game. And even though JDG is going to beat BLG, that game has more entertainment than that crap. Like, what? Who's the winners in this? Nobody. Nobody's a winner here. Nobody's a goddamn winner here. Which makes me sad because I love the LPL and I love the LCK. And those regions have more fun, more entertainment. In fact, listen, Game 5 of that KT versus T1 lower bracket finals is more entertaining than the 5 games that we have at Fnatic and SK. That's all I have to say. And now we have to rely on G2 Esports to actually make the West better. Not the LEC, the West. You know who's the best player right now on the West? A support. Support. Mickey X is the best player on the West right now. This is just awful, man. This is just absolutely awful, man. It's just awful, man. I mean, Caps does not have a great year. Broken Blade is Guy gets a Rookie of the Year, which is actually no surprise, but never mind that. We're gonna rely on G2. We're gonna pray for G2 to actually done well in Worlds. Like, I don't think so. That's not good. When was the last time Fnatic was successful? 2018, of course, we all know that. And yet Fnatic has been like, they're okay, but unfortunately, they're not as good enough. They're just not as good enough to compete with the G2s, with the Mad Lions and something. And look, and here's Mad Lions. Mad Lions who have not won a single game for like 55 days, all of a sudden made Worlds. Like, how the Mad Lions actually made Worlds, I just don't know. I just don't know anymore. I just don't know about this region anymore. That's why the whole format system is really bad for like championship points and screwing over teams over. Look at XL, who have to work gigantically hard to overcome like 2 10th place finishes, have to make the summer finals even to get there, and all of a sudden get 3-0 by Mad Lions and then get 3-2 by Fnatic in a matchup that everybody wants to just hold up their pan, look at their eyes and just flash off and just forget about it. That's just where it is right now. The LEC right now is becoming like a one-team league that I just don't think it will work. Like, if you look at the LPL right now, you just feel like you got 6 or 7 teams that can win. You guys are relying on G2 Esports to carry the West to glory. That is not going to work. That will end in failure. It might end with them in the quarterfinals, but unfortunately that will happen. Here's the thing that's going to happen at Worlds, guys. We're going to have an LCK and an LPL quarterfinal matchups, okay? That's going to be the reality here. I know you guys are going to like it. I know the West will be turning off their screens and saying, throw it in a river and all that stuff and saying, I quit league or something. But here's the thing. That's just the reality we're in right now. That's just the cold reality we're in right now. Your product may be entertaining, LEC. Don't get me wrong. Your product may be entertaining, and I know some of the people, but listen, you cannot rely on G2 Esports to win every single time and make the league better. It is not going to work. It is not going to work. I saw Carlos Alcaraz and Novak Djokovic having 2 incredible matches. That's competition, people. That is iron pushing iron, guys. That is iron meaning iron and all that stuff. That is the thing that will drive one person to become better or something. G2 doesn't have a competition right now. G2 doesn't have a competition right now. They can lose to Mad Lions and still be good enough to win the whole thing. That's where it is right now. They can lose to Mad Lions tomorrow morning and they still be good enough to win the region. That's just how bad it is. And look, and the scheduling. Oh my God, the scheduling looks horrible. Tomorrow we're gonna have the LEC, and then tomorrow and then Sunday we'll have the LEC, and then we'll have nothing until Montpellier week, and then we have the Asian games. For what reason? For what reason? What? Oh my God, this is just bad. This is just bad right now. Oh my God, we have been sucking on this G2 straw for the last several years. And here's the problem here. G2 is not doing better right now. The problem is G2 is not doing better right now. we've been relying on G2 for the last several years. That even Mad Lions have not done well at Worlds. Mad Lions have won a couple of international tournaments there, here or there, but they have not done well in international tournaments. Fnatic has been bottom in the last several years. So we now have to rely on G2. We have to literally rely on G2. We have to rely on G2 to win Worlds. We have to rely on a crappy Caps, a good support, by the way, a decent Hagsama, a rookie Yike, and a iffy Broken Blade to win Worlds over these Eastern overlords. That ain't happening, Chief. That is not happening. That is never going to happen in like from the time Worlds start, from the time the Worlds ends or something. That will never happen. It will take a patch miracle in order to do that. It will take one LPL or one LCK team to have a really bad day. And I don't think that's happening, guys. I don't think that will happen. That is just like the level of frustration that I have. That the LEC is not competitive enough, and I do not want to watch something that is not competitive enough. I'm watching like Manchester City absolutely make the Premier League a joke. And I don't think that's me, all right? I want parity. I want competition. I want different teams to be good enough. I want iron sharpens iron. I want G2 to sweat, just like I'm sweating right now. I want G2 to sweat even more. That XL game, yeah, it was sweaty, but you know we expected G2 to win. It was a bad series by G2 by their standards. You know what happens in the rematch? They crushed them. What's the point? What's all the point right now? G2 has no competition anymore. G2 has literally no competition. They have no competition but themselves. And even themselves are not a good competition right now. 2019 G2 would have beat this G2 team by a country mile with their skills, with their creativity, and all this other stuff. Evelyn, are you kidding me? That's just not it, man. So, the West is lost. The West is hopeless. I mean, listen, we always talk about the West is hopeless all, like, year after year and all this kind of stuff. But this feels like the one and only time the West is literally hopeless from anything right now. It's been bleeding inside. It's been bleeding outside, of course, with all the financial news and the walkouts and the lack of responsibility by commissioners and all that kind of stuff. It's been bleeding on the outside. Even the LCK has problems, guys. Even the precious LCK have problems, and yet they're still having like good teams that go to Worlds. Maybe not winning it, but maybe competitive, of course. Look, I'm gonna say this: D plus have a better chance to be in like all North American teams than like the LCS have. That's where we are right now. That's where we literally are right now. We are at the point that a fourth place LPL team like Weibo can beat like anybody. I just don't know what I'm gonna do right now. I am a small League of Legends content creator who just tried to talk about League of Legends. And if League of Legends is not competitive enough, then what's the point of doing League of Legends at all? Maybe I can move on to Valorant. Maybe I can do that Valorant or something. But oh my god, Akeem, Valorant has so much problems. Have you heard about the guard, of course? Yeah, even Valorant has problems. But listen, I would rather take, Valorant and TFT and all the competitive stuff than rather watch a league that we all know going into the Worlds who is going to win without even closing their eyes. Listen, I'm going to close my eyes right now and say JDG, LNG, D plus Kia, T1 and Faker is good, KT Rolster, and just like all Eastern teams. All Eastern teams can win. You don't see any angles for the LCS anymore. You don't see any angles. And look, you can change the format LCS. You can change the format to the LEC, but it will not make a difference. It will not make a gigantic difference to your product, to your viewership, to your fans, and all kind of stuff. It is already dead. You can bury it, put it in the grave. I don't care. So, we're at the end game, everybody. We are at the end game of this. And I know it's September 1st, man, and I know we're going to say, like, wait for the patch notes, Akeem, they may be better, but no, I'm not waiting for patch notes, I'm not waiting for the hope, I'm not waiting for anything, all right? I'm a Manchester United fan, okay? I'm a Manchester United fan who I know what it feels like to suffer so much that I have to accept the suffering. I have to accept the suffering and realize it, that we cannot win anything. They're better than us, and you know it. We know it. This is like MJF talking right now. They're better than us, and you know it, okay? It's time for us to collectively give up the LCS. Okay, listen, if you're an LCS fan, fine. You can watch the LCS all you want, but it's time for everybody to watch other leagues, okay? There's the LCK, there's the LPL, they're better leagues than us, they're better casters than us, they're better viewership than us, and it's time for them to realize that there are other leagues better than us, there's other esports better than us. But I think it's time for everybody investors to take out their LCS teams and move it somewhere else. TSM is doing that right now. TSM is literally doing something right now. They have to compile by their rules, but I think for TSM it's gonna be better than them. So yeah, that is the state of the West right now. This is literally a 30-minute rant about how bad the West is. And you know what? It is worth it. It is something that I can just motivate myself. It is the first day of September, and you know what? I wanted to talk about something, and boy, this got kicked up. So anyways, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe and all that good stuff. And see you, everybody, for football. Let's get it.